Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, My Beloved and My Beloathed, an autistic ramble by Yash Thakkar, aka The Phantom,
I know that guy.
and a quote by someone who is still not, definitely not salty about Xenoblade 3. uh,
You're so valid for that.
yeah. Anyways, because this game is French and artsy, I decided to lean into it, and that's how this font came to be.
Fuck yeah, that's amazing.
So,
Ooh, wow.
prelude slash whatever. This presentation is gonna be full on, like, start to finish spoilers for the game. Now, this game is fantastic, and despite how much I hate it, most of this is going to be glaze. It's one of those where the ending is what ruins the rest of the game. And I've only actually played this game once, so I might say some things that are misremembered. If I say something wrong, pretend that I'm right. And
That's what I typically do. I just kind of mindlessly agree with what you say, and that's kind of why everyone
thanks.
like low key wants you, and that's why you should subscribe. Yeah, I'm talking to you through the screen, viewer. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.
Yeah. And now I want you to keep these two JRPGs down here in mind whenever while I'm describing. There's others that it takes inspiration from, but these two are the main ones that I took I took notice of, and this is just inspiration, not plagiarism. So H Bomber guys, stand down. We begin on Act One, Gustav.
Gustav.
Now the game begins on a pretty kind of somber note. It We begin in Lumiere, a fictional town that might as well just be Paris. We have some establishing shots of the city, broken Eiffel Tower looking things, and some docks overlooking a monolith with a giant number 34 on it. This slowly goes to
Monolith.
Gustav, the main character right here, who's currently staring at the monolith. Thank you for the speaker's
Yeah,
note.
he fucking looks like he'd
Hmm.
be named Gustav.
Yeah, and
He looks like Pedro Pascal but worse.
yeah, he looks better in the actual game. Anyways, thank you for the speaker's note, past V. This is the music that plays during this scene, and so
Okay.
he continues staring until his adopted younger sister, Mile, over here, walks up to him, joking about how he should probably give the rose he was placing to his side to whoever he wants to, a her, ideally before she withers and dies. This is important for later. It's not just a joke. After, a little bit of conversation, Gustav is a bit of a pessimistic, kind of awkward guy. Mile is a bit more upbeat, cheerful about the future kind of thing. Uh, you got then you got overworld movement and combat, which fuck you, past me for making me talk about it. But anyways, the game is basically turn-based combat. It's kind of a mixture of Persona meets Mario and Luigi, where during your turn you can choose your moves. You have a ranged attack that basically functions like the gun element in Persona games, but you can actually aim it wherever you want. Then and you have your basic attack, which gives you 1 point in a meter. How the meter works is that each point you gives you one more what do you call one more extra attack, one more ranged attack, but you can also spend it on like skills. So basically, it's kind of like TP in Chrono Trigger, but you earn it by doing regular attacks.
Yeah.
Uh,
So what that sounds like is TP and Deltarune.
Uh, oh, yeah, I did. So I
Wait,
haven't
so
played every
wait, so
JRPG.
is TP your experience or is it like a resource that you use in battle?
It's a resource that you use in battle. Sorry, it
Okay,
should
yeah,
be
no,
MP in
then it's
Chrono
like
Trigger.
Deltarune.
Yeah. Uh,
Well, no, but you can only gain it by performing actions, right?
yeah, you can only gain it by attacking. There's some. You can also use like equipments in pa- in the later parts of the game to like gain more, but that's going into complex build stuff.
This is
Uh,
just fucking Deltarune.
then whenever your enemies attack, you have a dodge and a parry. Uh, it's this is kind of more like Mario and Luigi, where dodging gives you a bigger window to avoid the attack. Parry, you have to time it really well, but if you do, you just do a counter attack. It's not really a specific counter attack. You just block it and then attack back.
I see. I see.
Mhm. Going back into the story, so we jump across some rooftops and go into the city proper, where Gustav talks to some NPCs. Uh, some of them ask him about a girl named Sophie who the rose is for her actually, and he and her. Okay, this was misinformation. I wrote here uh, that both of them are dating, but actually they were broken up right now. They never got married or had kids. Uh, because they had a big fight about it, and that's why they broke up. And we run into Sophie in the docks. We have a sweet chat with her, and then the Gamage. Wait,
Not the Gamage.
how did those other images get here?
Oh, fuck, not the Gamage. Oh, just when I think, oh, my day's gonna be pretty good, they hit me with the fucking Gamage.
Yeah. So Gustav and Sophie walk to the docks together, and it's pretty melancholic yet kind of cheerful. Uh, they say they're making most of the time that they have, and they mention something called an expedition. But we don't get to find out much about that because something called a Comage happens. A figure called the Paintress walks up to the monolith, the one that I talked about with the golden 34 on it, and erases it off and writes 33. Everyone who is
She was the 34th rule.
at
I'm
or
sorry.
above the age shown on the monolith uh, dissolves into roses. This includes Sophie. This is a really tragic and really sad moment. And hey, what the hell are these Xenoblade images doing here?
Hey, Mom, can we get Xenoblade? We have Xenoblade at home, sweetheart. It's Xenoblade at home. Wait, how long did it take for them to develop this game?
Wait, let me.
I'll
Uh,
Google it. I'll Google it.
no, I have my phone.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it took about 6 years to develop. Early ideas in
Okay, yeah. So
2019.
they okay, yeah. So they couldn't have known
Yeah, probably not. Unless they're psychic.
unless they had like an insane fucking rewrite like in the in the last 2 years of development
Maybe
because
they just
Xenoblade is just so fucking good.
maybe they just had a Monado at their headquarters.
True. They got it from when they were working at Ubisoft.
Yeah. This is my favorite line in the game. For those who come after. That one line is what defines Gustav through his life. It's what he says in a lot of his pivotal cutscenes, as well as whenever he uses his, special ability, basically his talent art in combat. It's also like it's also what defines Lumiere in general, and what the expeditions are for. Every year, an expedition goes forth with nothing but hope for the future. They want to get, they take people who are 1 year away from the Gomage, those with nothing to lose, and they go out. out of Lumiere into the wider world. They want to, they have to kill the paintress so that the Gamage ends and they can live free lives again. These expeditions are numbered, counting down. The the number on the monolith is the number of the expedition, and the the current expedition which Gustav joins is
He's gonna say
Expedition
it. He's gonna
33.
say it, guys.
For those that who
He
come
said it.
after is the point of the expedition. It, it's every expedition they try to make it at least a little easier for the ones that come a- after, and of course they're fighting for the future. Mile also joins the expedition out of willpower. She wants to see the world beyond Lumiere, and she doesn't want to just sit and wait for her death, because that's how she lost her parents. If she was a Disney main character, this would be her I Want song. S- So, with those two being the main two that we're focused on, we go on a ship sailing towards the monolith. Until. Or a forming old man! Oh no!
Oh no!
So the boat stops at a rocky edge of an island, and the expeditioners walk out. The island is foggy, and out of the fog steps out an old man. He, what one of the expeditioners walks up to him to go like, "Hey, who are you? How did you get so old?" And he fucking decapitates him. He he just moves through the group like he's Tai Lung, like wanting to make an ivory palace. Gustav and a few others take cover, but they still get knocked out. Gust- and
Good heavens.
He wakes up in the opening area, and he's absolutely hopeless. He's walking through piles and piles of his dead teammates, and eventually he finds a place to sit. He takes out his gun, and for a moment he points it at himself until he's interrupted by another member of Expedition 33. Enter Best Girl. I want you to read the first line.
I fucking hate you. I hate you so much.
Yeah. So Lune stops Gustav from, uh, do, making the wrong references, as it were. And after a quick pep talk, Gustav decides to keep on going because eh, he's if his life is going to end anyways, might as well actually help others instead of just ending it. Once again, for those who come after. Lune is one of my probably my favorite character in this game. She's the main caster slash mage character. She's, obsessed with research because of her dead parents, and she's pretty interesting. Uh, you can also actually find her in the opening playing a guitar for everyone in Lumiere. So that's pretty cool, getting to meet party members before they enter your party. Uh, Her and Gustav work together to find Mael, because out of all the bodies that they recognize, hers isn't one of them. Fuck you once again, Pastor Me. Uh, so, uh, eh, uh, after a quick boss fight against a creature called a Nevron, I never really explained it in the slideshow, but basically they're the classic JRPG monsters. Some of them
That's
can
funny.
talk, some of them can't, but that's just their main race. They're just a wide variety of monsters of all shapes and sizes, you know. Uh,
Hmm.
so, and they move on to the second main area of the game. I can't remember these area names for the life of me, and I'm too lazy to look them up. But The second area is absolutely stunning. I'm so mad that I forgot to put images of it, but basically, it's like an ocean, but not really. Like, there's fish and aquatic mines and everything, and coral reefs, but also you're just walking through it like nothing, like no, like it's just open air. It's absolutely breathtaking in terms of views. Like, I don't know if it counts in art direction, but if it does, but like if there was a game award category for environment design, then yeah, they would probably deserve that 10th award. Eh,
I think they would have deserved whatever.
So, in the middle of this ocean-like area, they find Mael inside. They find a magic mansion. It's a strange mansion that who all of its doors don't open, and inside, and there's a lot of foreboding paintings inside there. In there, they find Mael ma- making friends with a strange wooden puppet-looking creature, which leads us to the Nop Moog Satbo. Uh,
The not Moog Salbo, fucking finally. I was just thinking, you know what this game's missing? The not Moog Salbo.
yeah. Uh,
Dang God.
so these guys. I honestly, I just tried to mix in, Nopon, Moogle, Miss, Doctor Saturn, and Chocobo. I think these are the gestrels. You can see an image of one right here, but they come in all shapes and sizes. They're the standard JRPG silly little guy species. They they're a race of sentient wooden puppet-looking guys whose weird dialect is that they speak in an unknowable and evil, foreboding language,
Oh
French.
my God. Yeah, I was about to say French because I wasn't reading ahead, and so I was like, no, no.
And they love fighting a lot. All of their merchants have extra items you can unlock by beating them in a duel, whose music goes unnecessarily hard. Like, listen to this. This is for fighting a merchant. And
Listen, it's just for one fight. You don't need to go that hard.
this is their victory theme, by the way, when you win. It just goes so hard for no reason at all. Now, the group needs to get past the ocean and through these rocky cliffs in the distance because they're one of the best ways to the monolith. And for that, uh, they need the help of the chiefess of the Gestrels. After a bit of shenanigans and fighting in a mini tournament arc, the chiefess agrees to help out. She points the person to a specific creature known as SKA. Oh, sorry. She points the group to a person known as SKA who would be able to help them across. Wait, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Fuck! I forgot to introduce the new party member. Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
Oh, oh, curses.
Okay. Real quick introduction.
Obligatory scythe wielding character. Let's go.
Uh,
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
You basically got it in one for now at least. She's more interesting than that, but that comes later. This is CL. She wields a scythe and she has a dead husband. There's a lot more to her, but most of her fleshing out happens in Act 2, so we'll talk about her there. We met her in the finals of that mini tournament arc I mentioned before. And she's another member of our expedition, but she got lost and blah 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 blah. Moving on, SKA, my goat. SKA is my autistic king. He makes you go on a fetch quest to get his super special pet rock first before he'll help you. After you get the rock for him, he,
Rock.
he becomes your personal mount. He basically carries the entire team over to wherever you need him to. Right now, it's to the rocky cliffs, which these are the final area of Act 1, where you go through an area in a thunderstorm. It's peak atmosphere. You find you find flags of other expedition numbers, and you can even find their corpses and find their journals, and see how they lived and died. And it
Oh, that's
actually
fun.
happens in all the past areas, but this is the one where it's most apparent, at least to me. Sorry, you were saying?
No, I said, oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Things are seeming really hopeful. We're just beginning the journey. We're about to go off. Except, oh no, he's back. The expedition has to jump off a cliff onto Eski's back to move forth from the ocean. That's how they're continuing. Looney and CL are the first ones to jump. But right before Mael can jump, that man shows up again. He slowly approaches the duo, but Gustav puts a shield up between him and Mael. You have to through a dual boss fight with the man, but it's a forced loss. Now, in most
Deltarune and Chrono
JRPGs,
Trigger would never.
yeah, in most JRPGs, this would be a new party member's time to shine, the time for them to show up and save the hero from the jaws of death. Unfortunately for Gustav, this isn't that kind of game. Gustav sacrifices himself for Mael's sake, dying so that she may escape and live. Mael tries to kill the old man in revenge, but she's too weak. This is when the new party member shows up. A mysterious stranger who grabs Mael and jumps onto SKA. He seems to know both the old man and SKA, and he's knowledgeable about a lot of things. With Gustav's death and the party following the leadership of a mysterious stranger who knows the world better than they do, Act 1 ends. So, I think I'm gonna pause for a bit so I want to let you talk. What do you think so far?
I saw it coming.
Oh, you. Oh, I'll be honest, I didn't.
Like, it's like, no, actually, I didn't see it coming. It's just, it was as soon as like the guy showed up again and he had to shield his sister. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no. So he's done for.
Y- yeah,
Like,
that makes sense.
he's dead yesterday.
Ho- Honestly, the thing I said about expecting the new party member to show up, that's what I was thinking when I was playing. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, I feel that.
yeah. Well, with that, we move on to Act 2, Warsaw.
Oh,
Act
what do
2,
you know? He's fucking fine.
uh,
I
he.
I know he's gonna be fine. I saw him at the Game Awards. He's fine.
Oh, I thought you were saying he's fine, as in he's sexy.
No, honestly, no.
Oh.
He looks like ugly Pedro Pascal. Like No, he is not.
Okay, okay.
I feel bad comparing him to Pedro Pascal. That's how much I dislike his design.
Act 2 begins in a pretty beautiful area. It's an autumn forest. So, Mile, she's obviously devastated by losing her only family at this point. And fuck, I did forget to mention that part. Real quick, Gustav has a robot arm. It doesn't come up too often, but it's how he uses his special attack.
For what purpose?
So his robot hand is something called a Lumina converter. It's what enables the party to basically equip their special equipment called Pictos. Uh, that's kind of the most important part about him. Uh, so they take that mechanism out and then bury the robot hand in the grave of autumn leaves. Honestly, I don't mind it even if it was unimportant. Like just having a robot hand is cool. Plus, it gives you an idea of the technology.
I see.
S-
I see.
So this is where the new mysterious stranger named Warso, who the player found out his name before the others, but we'll forget about that. He joins the party.
Hey, can
Yeah.
wait. I want to say something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So the old man's Gustav, right?
Mm,
They
eh,
they look the fucking same. Like either that's like just a reuse of assets, or like they're the same guy.
you'll see.
Okay,
You'll,
yeah. So that's for everyone watching. That's phantom speak for Vivi's right. Vivi is always right. And never doubt them.
I can feel the Expedition 33 fans who have actually played the game both wanting to stab me and Vivi right now. Stay quiet, you in the
Phantom, get
audience.
behind me, farts.
Uh, so, anyways, he says he's similar to the old man whose name is Renoir, but he wants to actually help the expeditions. So, he joins the expeditions, becoming the main POV character for his own mysterious reasons that we don't get elaboration on yet. Oh god, oh fuck, how the fuck am I supposed to explain the structure of Act 2? It's so open-ended and there's so many parts to it. Okay, so in both acts 1 and 2 you had sections where you camp out in the overworld. You can upgrade your weapons with this faceless man named the curator. He becomes much more important later, but right now just know that he has no face. There are some characters like that who speak in metaphors. uh, you talk to them and you have relationship building moments in there. Ignore if you see screenshots from any other game, please ignore them. They got in here on their own. I don't know what they're doing here.
Yeah, I was there. I actually saw I saw Tetsuya Takahashi sneak into your room, and he went all over your slides. True story. True story.
Yeah, and he also decided to do it for Persona 5.
Yeah. No, it was to cover his tracks. He told me.
Yeah, makes sense. So anyways, in act 1 you played as Gustav in this sections. Oh my god, typed it twice. I'm so stupid. In act 2 you play as Verso, and now you have an actual relationship level mechanic to improve Verso's relationship with everyone in the party, get new abilities for them, stuff like that. To make things easier for themselves, I'll quickly summarize how things go in every character's social link, I mean, relationship building, in the next few slides, and then we'll move on to the main story.
Understood.
So, first we have the real main character.
I,
Mile,
I saw Mio, but it was only for a second because the way that my mic is set up, it was like at the bottom left corner of my screen. It was covering it. And so I thought that I just saw Mio and that I hallucinated it.
Uh, what are you talking about? It's obviously a hallucination.
I got white woman jump scared.
uh, so Mile in Act 2 is racked with grief over Gustav. She's absolutely destroyed, and really quickly she latches onto Urso as a sort of like replacement for him, replacement big brother. She inherits Gustav's journal, wanting to fill it in and give it back to his apprentices in Lumiere. Mile is pretty melancholic throughout Act 2 and kind of confused. Renoir had a little girl with white hair with him, and that's cause for a lot of nightmares for Mile in a lot of story segments. The girl looks kind of similar to Mile, except with these weird face skin mask thingies, the ones they gave to burn victims. If you remember that one villain in the first Wonder Woman movie,
No, I don't.
okay, but you can see an example in the bottom right.
Oh,
Miles,
I see. I see.
yeah, Miles deals a lot with themes of legacy and the future, but also she's really angry. She wants to kill Renoir and the Paintress more out of revenge than duty. Verso slowly helps her through these feelings, becoming a better mentor for her. Okay, Sandfall, why did you make her feet visible? I mean, I know you gotta have fan service in the JRPG, but come on, most of her costumes have no shoes. She's barefoot, running everywhere. I mean, technically she floats as a run animation, but still, it's really weird. Anyways, Looney is one of two romance options for Verso, the other one being CL. But honestly, I'm not gonna touch on it too much. It's just the standard persona. We spent some time together, fade to black, so it's not really that interesting, and it's not that it doesn't have much on the story. Uh, Speaking of stories, we learn more about Luna's story. Her parents were Expedition 45, and she found out that they failed because CL's parents got Kumaj, leading to their friendship being broken off as she retreated into her research. So that whenever her expedition came around, she could be as good at it as possible. She had an older sister and brother who also got Gomage. They never went on an expedition. They stayed in Lumiere. They were more focused on making the most out of what they had rather than the family research. But Lune wanted to keep up hope for the future. At the end of her relationship building, you can complete her side quest to give her some closure by finding out where Expedition 45 met its end. Oh yeah, C CL to quickly summarize her gameplay because he want I guess past me wanted to talk about it. CL has this gimmick where most of her attacks can stack up cards on the opponent, and then eh, she has other attacks that remove those stacks in exchange for more damage. She also has these random stances she enters based on the sun and moon, where she either adds more stacks on the opponent or she does more damage for how many stacks of cards she removes from the opponent, the counter. It's really interesting and really complicated, and you don't need to give a shit about it because Mile just has a stance mechanic where she enters one purple stance and gains a flat 200% damage boost, and you just use that for the entire game to nuke everything.
Game of the year, everyone.
Uh, I like to describe the gameplay as Mario and Luigi if it could be as broken as Xenoblade. Ah, fuck. Yeah. Uh, so CL's story mostly lies around her husband. She wants to help people like he once did. He was a school teacher who's taught children about the world outside Lumiere, uh, survival and sailing in the wild. but her husband died in an accident. His body washed away at sea from a random island. He di- he died in a freak like sailing accident. Seal was devastated and she tried drowning herself, but unbeknownst to her, all those years ago, SKA had actually saved her. Her arc is mostly about cherishing the life she has and the memories of Pierre, her husband, instead of just rushing off to her death. And oh yeah, we have a new final party member too, Monoko. Uh, Monoko is a gestural and an old friend of Warsaw who the team meets in a really snowy area. Warsaw convinces Monoko to join because they'll get to find strong opponents in a really funny scene. You know what? Uh, I had this loaded up and I'll probably play it.
Only shot. Out of the question. I will never join you again.
There will be a lot of fighting, though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
There will be a lot of fighting.
Exactly.
Count me in then.
Good.
Good.
I just love that exchange so much.
Yeah, it was
Sorry.
pretty good. No, no, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
I I the what the thing is, I'm just sitting here like I'm sitting here like a toddler that doesn't want to eat their fucking vegetables.
Mhm.
And so like even though it's good, I'm just like, well, it's not
Yeah.
getting the year going. just just sitting here pouting.
Don't worry, you'll get your catharsis eventually. This is like when you showed me Epic yeah, last week.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So, Manoko's whole gameplay gimmick is that he copies most enemies in the game if he's in the party when you kill them. He's basically like Soul Hacker but with regular enemies.
That's called a blue mage. That's a blue
Yeah.
mage.
So his main motivation in his relationship quest is reviving his son slash mentor slash. It's really weird and complicated. Basically, he has a mentor named Noko, who is currently a kid. He's actually the gestural that Mael found in the mansion all that time ago. But he's currently a kid, but actually he's supposed to be an adult. Monoko just keeps reviving him whenever he dies. Uh, Noko dies in an upcoming story section. Sorry for the spoilers. And Monoko's arc is about reviving Noko. It ends.
Spoilers, dude.
Yeah, I'm
Dude,
sorry.
fucking God, I was totally gonna play the game after 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 you've explained the entire story to me. What the fuck?
Yeah. So it ends in a real kind of sad moment where they succeed,
That's
but
why I hate spoilers.
Noko doesn't really remember anything about him. It's really sad.
Oh no.
Oh shit, yeah, there was a main plot to follow. So basically, the expedition really reaches a ruined city called Old Lumiere in order to destroy the paintress's heart that lays in the middle of the city. Uh, the Old Lumiere, it's basically where they used to live before the whole Kumaj thing happens. In there, the party gets split up. They're forced to go separately. Mile with Warsaw and CL and Lune with Monaco. And there's a bit of relationship building there. The party eventually reconvenes in front of a manor that looks similar to the other magic manor where Gustav found Mael. There, Renoir shows up again and reveals to the group that Verso is his son. Ciel and Lune had
Ooh.
already figured this out because there were some journals left behind by Expedition 42 who had also met Verso before, but they couldn't talk to Mel in time before the boss fight. Which, oh my god, this boss fight kicked my ass so much, but we're not gonna talk about that. As far as you know, I did it in one try, zero damage.
Yep.
Uh, Renoir escapes and he teleports the mansion that had the heart inside it disappear with him. The group confronts Verso about the whole family thing, and Verso reveals that basically Renoir and his family helped the paintress because as long as she lives, their family will be immortal. But Verso doesn't want that anymore. He's tired of his long life. He's seen way too much suffering, and he's tired of just not helping these people. Now, the paintress's heart is no longer a viable option to kill her. The only way to get to her now is to get to her body directly. But that's normally impossible because of the barrier surrounding her island. And, we need a Xenoblade to go on with these chronicles.
Yeah,
The,
yeah. It's been a minute, and I was actually withdrawing.
Mhm.
Uh, so thank you. I had to see funny red sword.
Yeah. The only way for them to break through the barrier is to forge a weapon capable of piercing through. The editor cut that out. The faceless man at their camp. Don't worry, writer me. I remembered to explain that. This is the curator. He's the faceless man at the camp who upgrades the weapons that I told you about. Uh, he he's going to help them forge it, but they need of the hearts of these beings called axons. We need to kill two of them to get enough power to forge the blade. Uh, Technically, Visage is the one that second is actually supposed to be done first. He's easier, but you can do it in any order, and this is the order I did it in my playthrough. So we start with Cyrene the dancer. She puppets monsters to attack the party while sitting and dancing in the middle of a coliseum level. And she's actually the one who destroyed Expedition 45. You do Lune's quest in her coliseum. So that's pretty interesting. And Visages, he who guards the truth with lies, it uses these emotion based puzzles. You have to figure.
Wait, hang on. Uh,
Mhm.
I have to go for a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, I tricked him. He's gone. Guys, Phantom is working on a series called Arcanum Infinitum. It looks so good. Please, when it comes out, you have to watch it. Please, I'm begging. Please, please.
Hello, I'm back. Are you back?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Hey, did you pause your recording?
No, I'll just cut it out.
Okay.
Three, two, one. Okay. So the other one is Visages, he who guards truth with lies, who uses these emotion-based puzzles to confound the party and the player. You have to basically go through these theater mask-looking areas where there's buffs and debuffs based on the emotion of the mask, and you have to figure out, if the mask is angry, what to say to it, if it's sad, what to say to it, stuff like that. And the boss fight in the end is honestly kind of easy. You've got multiple faces who have, different emotion-based attacks. They have a few annoying debuffs though. With those two hearts, they forge Barrier Breaker, a new sword for Mile. The finale, right? With Barrier Breaker, the expedition now enters the island of the monolith, the presumed the final area of the game. We're finally here. After a final battle with Renor where we finally, definitively beat him and kill him, we're ready. Now, this the boss fight with the painters is so fucking cool. Puts your skills to the test, and it's classic JRPG hype moments in aura. You know, three 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 artists with nothing to lose fighting against a giant god. So We finally defeat the paintress, we kill her, and we return to Lumiere, triumphant. This is a happily ever after, right?
Gustav's still fucking dead and definitely not that old man, trust.
Wait a second. Didn't you notice something?
No.
The act number. It's still 2.
Yeah, okay, and
Aren't acts supposed to come in threes?
not always.
Returning to Lumiere, we have a oh, sure. I don't know classic theory. I just know the rule of three. Anyways,
It's not classic theater. Hamilton only has 2 acts. Fucking
I'm not a musical
every
guy. I'm
Sonic
sorry.
stage has 2 acts. You fucking buffoon.
I okay. I fucked up. I didn't realize the cinema of a
You
Sonic stage.
dumbass. Lock the fuck in. Oh my god.
I'm gonna just move forward before I get cooked more. Returning to Lumiere, we have a celebration. Everyone's so happy. They finally have a chance to live a normal lifespan. But no, it's actually shortened even more to 0. Everyone in the city, with the exception of Warsaw, dissolves in a mass homage. Mile is the last one to go. Killing the painters didn't save the world. It just doomed it.
Okay.
It was all a lie. Nothing was real. It didn't matter. What the hell is going on? And that was Act 2. What do you think of the game so far?
Clair Obscur, we rig the awards. Sorry. Uh, like that's a cool twist.
Yeah. It. Mm, hmm. I I guess
All
that's
right.
all.
Like yeah, I do suppose that running from death is futile.
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
yeah, that's yeah, that's fair.
that honestly for me, when this happened, I was like, "Oh shit, are we getting indie game meta now?" That was my mindset at the time.
Wow, this was a quirky. This wasn't a quirkbound. This wasn't a quirky Earthbound inspired RPG. This was a quirky Xenoblade inspired RPG that's secretly about depression.
This is where the mind fuck begins.
I thought that
The
was Testament. I did not clock that it was Kasumi. I fully thought that it was Testament.
the entire world that we had been living in was a painting, a magic painting brought to life by a man named Verso da Sandre. Hey, wait a minute.
Epic Mickey.
Unfortunately, Verso died in a house fire while saving his little sister, uh, Al- Alicia. Hey, wait a minute. Ignore the bottom left corner, by the way. It's not definitely not important at all. Like,
Have,
yeah,
have I ever told you that the Sumis are like low key my favorite character in Persona 5?
yeah. This is. I think this was definitely like directly inspired because like she has the same kind of hairstyle, a ponytail. She's a redhead, and she has a rapier.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe it was accidental. I don't know. Meet the Descendres. Mile has a pseudo dream sequence like kind of thing where we find out the actual truth. The paintress was her mother, Aline Descendre, who isn't dead but has been thrown out of the canvas. After Verso's death, she went hysteric with grief. Re- she completely shut down and went into Verso's canvas for what's a century inside, but unknown amounts of time outside. And she's being broken mentally. The real Renoir Desandre, her father, so yeah, no, not Gustav, you were wrong on
Okay.
that.
Yeah. Damn.
uh, he tried to go in and destroy the canvas from within, but Aline fought back. She sealed him under the monolith, forcing the world into a slow and gradual decay instead of quick destruction. Uh, Renoir became the curator, the guy who made that sword in the
I
camp.
see. I see.
The homage was caused by Renoir's power leaking out as the curator, not by Aline, who sought to slow it down. Alicia's older sister, Clea Desandre, gives her the mission to enter Verso's canvas to save both their parents. Clea is actually pretty mean to Alicia. She treats her like dirt. She's pretty dismissive and all that. She's busy with her own conflict with some group called the Writers, who were actually the ones that killed Verso. The Desandre family is part of something called the Painters. That's why they can paint living worlds. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the subject of the DLC. It's never explained in the game.
I see.
Unfortunately, Alicia was unable to come in as herself. She she was I think hit with Aline's power or something like that, and she lived out multiple lifetimes within the canvas, and she got addicted to basically the fact that that burned girl we saw with the face mask, that was her. She
I
in the
see.
real world she was burnt and scarred and unable to speak, and now as Mael, uh, she can speak. She isn't burnt and she's strong and everything that she wants to be. And from there, her journey goes on as we know, without all the memories except for the ones. Uh, now she has them.
I see.
Now we return to the canvas ready for action. I was going to put a picture of Lucky Seven there, but there is not a good. I couldn't find a good image. Now,
Damn.
accepting her identity as Alicia while still being Mael, trans people have fun with that. That's the only piece of representation I could feel in the game. But I don't know. Maybe the game's woker than
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Oh, dude. It has to be hella transcoded. If the token straight cis guy of the group clocked it, like it's not even it's not even it's canon. Like
uh, uh, right wing guys in the comments, please make more comments so the algorithm feeds me. You know, make like 5 comments at least about the wokeness.
yeah. Oh yeah. And ooh ooh, I'm a trans person in this call. Ooh ooh. If you couldn't tell with a name like Vivi.
Oh, and I'm Indian, so be sure to use that. If you
Oh
want some
yeah.
racism.
You yeah. Here. Go. You can go to Google and look up list of slurs on Wikipedia. And just get real creative. Get real creative with the Indian ones.
Yeah. If it's just the N word, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Well, no, I'm gonna be disappointed if it's like another thing plus the N word, because
Yeah,
that's like 30% of the list on Wikipedia.
that's just
Like,
boring.
dude, someone has got to revolutionize the racist meta. Like, it is so
Yeah,
stagnated. Like,
yeah.
genuinely.
Mm. Anyways, uh,
Anyways,
the-
colonization 33. Don't put that in. Don't put that in. Don't put that in. Do not put that in.
anyways, she just brings herself back into reality. She's a painter. She can just bring everyone back from being homage because she can just draw them back in. She brings back Ciel, she brings back Lune, she brings back Monoko, and the group runs away from Lumiere with Verso in order to regroup from the final battle. Now, personally, I was a fan of this twist at first. Currently, I'm not a fan. I don't like everything was fake all along types of plot twists in games, but like the game has been really good so far, like really well written. So sure, I'm sure this will continue forward, right?
Yeah, of course it will.
So in campfire conversations, we have some really interesting dialogue. Luna is overjoyed by there being, a whole new dimension she hasn't discovered. She wants to learn more about the world outside the canvas. She wants to assert her personhood like that. But CL is like, holy shit, if she could be brought back, then so could her husband. She could be reunited with him. Like, if you're romancing her with a Verso, she actively breaks up with him because she's like, "Fuck, okay, I don't want you anymore. My husband might come back."
Wait, yeah, no, what the fuck? Why didn't Alicia just fucking do that?
Like, I mean,
Why would she not bring back literally everyone? And then
uh,
is she stupid?
so the explanation, I'll just move forward. Sandfall made their story very hard to summarize. The game is super open-ended from here. Basically, the explanation is that they're too weak to take on Renoir right now. Mael hasn't like fully grasped her paintress powers yet. Uh, but how it works is that from here on out, it's completely an open world. You can go directly back to Lumiere for your final boss battle, or you can just explore more for additional lore, trinkets, stuff like that. You can fight the third Axon, Reacher, she who grasps
Wait,
the
wait,
side.
wait, wait. Wait, do you hear that?
What?
Down, 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 down.
Uh,
It's just fucking Chrono Trigger.
uh, yeah, uh, except I'll
It's
come
not
back
Chrono
to that.
Trigger because painting.
No, 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 no. There's a specific reason, but it's kind of spoilers for like a few slides ahead, so I'll wait before talking about it. But you can fight the third axon Reacher, she who grasps the sky, and you learn that these axons were actually added in by Renoir to his son's canvas. They're supposed to be representations of each member of the family. Uh, Visages is the guy with multiple faces is Vorso, Cyrene is Aline, and Reacher is Alicia. There's a fourth one named the Hauler, whose corpse we can find in Old Lumiere. It was killed by a character named Simon from Expedition Zero, who's and this immortal guy who is one of the game's many super bosses. But this is all way too long to and too much to summarize, and it's all really like this game wants to be art, so it's all there's a lot of interpretation going on here. Like it's up to the player.
We are Clair Obscur. We rig the awards. Sorry.
Yeah. The finale for real this time. Kind of. There's like a couple more slides, but yeah. Returning to Lumiere, Mile uses her painter powers to storm the city with an army of past fallen expeditioners, and it's really hype. They take out most of the roaming encounters for you, so that there's like only a couple of them left. It's just hype moments in aura while you run through. At the end of it all, under the broken Eiffel Tower, because where else would the final battle in a French game be?
They are British, of course.
you fight the final boss, the real Renoir Desandre. He argues against Mile about how the canvas should be destroyed, and Mile has his own arguments about why it should be preserved. Renoir argues that as long as the grieving family has access to Verso's world, they will always be tempted to sink into it, to forget about the real world, just wallow in their grief, and just be around Verso as long as they want. Miles' counterpoint is we'll get into that. We'll get into that. After
Is Miles' counterpoint what made you fucking hate this game?
we'll get into that.
Oh fuck yeah!
After the battle ends, Miles says that fine. She leave the canvas after Renoir and never return as long as he doesn't destroy it. Renoir agrees, and he's the first one to leave. And Mile and Verso stop over in a void dimension of sorts. I think it's supposed to be like the final destination before they leave the canvas properly. Verso chides Miles, telling her that you never really meant to leave the canvas, right? So she counters that Renoir would have destroyed the canvas anyways if she left. He wasn't going to respect her choice in, and Verso says he would be right to do so. And this, so Mile and Verso have an argument about keeping the canvas versus not keeping it. Verso's argument is that he's tired of living. He may be a painted version, but he still has a piece of the real Verso's soul. He wants to move on from his life. But Miles' counter is that she wants to be with her brother. She wants her Gustav back. She doesn't want to go back to her terrible life outside. My god, this is really heavy stuff. It really makes you think about. Uh, wait a second. Wait a fucking second! What about the others? Miles' initial Miles' counterpoint against Renoir was that they should preserve what's left of Warsaw. Her counter argument against Warsaw is that she doesn't want to lose her brother for a third time after losing the real Warsaw and Gustav. But can you guess who wasn't mentioned by the story? Or like they were there, not in this the void dimension that was just Mile and Warsaw, but they were there in Lumiere. Lune, CL, Monaco, the Gestrels, SK, everyone else in the canvas. What the fuck about them? They're not some they're not some dolls, they're not some toys, living they're a living, breathing, sentient society. They have free will. Like their expeditions they would never have succeeded in an expedition if they didn't have free will. They probably wouldn't even go on those expeditions because if they were just toys of the painters, then no, they wouldn't want to even resist. But no, they fight back. They have souls. They have lives. But and they actually succeed, which is part of being beyond what their masters are. But at no point in this conversation do they bring up that those people of those canvas, they deserve to live. At no point do they have agency in this decision. They aren't even here. They're back in Lumiere. The Descendres are the ones who are arguing. They're playing God. They're narcissistically playing God with their creations, and it's never acknowledged. The denizens of the canvas aren't given any agency. When Act 3 begins, they're just Alicia's playthings. And I'm not done crashing out yet.
Well, wait, aren't there multiple endings? Yeah, yeah, okay, wait, yeah, the okay, yeah, uh-huh.
The fucking choice. The player gets to choose in the end of who should win the fight, controlling the character of their store choosing, which is so dumb to me. It just says no to any possibility of like giving Mal growth in the ending organically. She can't just be convinced by Verso. They have to make it a duel. Imagine if Xenoblade 3 ended with Noah suddenly going, "No, I want the Endless now, actually," and you have to choose between him or Mio.
What the fuck?
The fucking endings. So there's a lot I could say, and I will, but for right now, I want you to watch them. The developers stated that there is no true ending, that they believe both of these endings are equal. I want you to keep that in mind as I show you both of them. And these are long, so buckle in.
I'm sorry, I just noticed the title said Epic Settings!
Please. Thank you. Stop him from painting.
Don't say that. Please, don't say that.
Hey, please, listen to me. Only you can do this. You do this, please. Unpaint me. Unpaint me.
So,
Please. I don't want this life.
stop saying
I
that.
don't want this life. I don't want this life.
I just wanted to live this lifetime together. This lifetime that was stolen from us. Please. Bro. Please.
I don't want this life. Help me. Help me.
If you could grow old, would you find a reason to smile?
Yay, hooray, the Endless now. Ending a Deltarune looks lame as hell.
And then the credits play. So that was Miles' ending. Uh,
Yeah, no, that's like the bad ending.
but no,
Like objectively.
but no, these endings are supposed to be like equal. There's no true ending, you know. Uh, eh,
Yeah, no, it's like yeah, no. Uh it's like they wanted to make a choice but like didn't have like the balls to like commit to like making a choice where oh no it's like a genuine like moral dilemma
mm-hmm.
and
Uh,
so they just have to say it's like oh no you both of the endings are equal like shut up no the fuck they aren't I haven't even seen Verso's ending yet and I'm like no
yeah,
fuck you
I mean, I think you can already detect like which ending lines up with the themes of the game, you know.
yeah no like you in in Persona 5 Royal the fucking when if you accept Maruki's reality it's not framed as a good thing
Th- this is literally the Maruki ending.
this is literally the Maruki ending she fucking turns her brother into basically a doll for her own pleasure like
A- And actually, the
like
Maruki ending is more subtle because it doesn't end in a fucking jump scare.
yeah it doesn't end in some analog horror bullshit.
Like, it only Maruki's ending only feels wrong if you know the characters. Like, if someone who didn't know anything about Persona saw that ending, they would think it was a happy ending.
Yeah, but like with this, I'm watching it and I'm like, no, fuck her. Like this is objectively like what are you talking about? She's basically playing around with her brother's corpse.
Also, I have proof.
What the fuck? How did this get game of the year?
Fuck.
It shouldn't. Okay, listen. If
Yeah.
neither is perfect, dude, that doing some fucking legwork there. God damn, that is the biggest stretch I have ever heard.
Also, like, if they want the DLC to be set after the game's story, can you guess which ending they would have to use?
They would have to. They couldn't use that one. Hang on, play this next ending. It,
Yeah,
yeah, what the fuck?
I'm gonna skip out because now I know.
This game is so fucking. If the theme is like
Mhm.
whatever. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't do this. Don't leave me again.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, huh? You've got this. paint. You'll never have to suffer a life you don't want. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
I think that child
I'm really
is supposed to be
disappointed
him.
in this game. Oh, okay.
I will miss you guys.
Looney is me, by the way, right now. I'm cursing him.
It's okay. It's over. Us.
The ending's already infinitely better. It's like
Miroir du temps, nos histoires s'alignent. Dans le creux de nos mains, deux mondes se dessinent. L'un peint de rêve, où le chagrin s'efface. L'autre nu et réel, où notre deuil prend place. Au finit. Dans l'étreinte du destin, les liens restent éternels dans le dessin. Toile vierge, horizon lointain, peignons ensemble les couleurs de demain. Au clair obscur, œuvres infinies. Chaque pas trace la route d'une vie. Au lendemain non écrit, sous les étoiles où tout commence, rien ne finit. Dans l'étreinte du destin, les liens restent éternels dans le dessin.
So both of these endings are clearly equal, right? Uh,
Yeah, just ignore the fact that one is 6 minutes longer than the other.
yeah, and
And
ignore that one ends on a jump scare and the other ends on all the friends you made along the way waving you goodbye.
yeah, okay. So I don't have a problem with there being two endings. But the thing is, I have a problem with them presenting it as equal
Uh,
because they're not.
yeah,
One is like, yeah, your brother's gone. You're never gonna fully get over it. That's unrealistic to expect. But
yeah.
you but you have to keep moving forward, not only because it's the best thing to do for yourself, it's because he's literally saying move forward. Like, don't like he is literally beating you and saying, "Don't fucking let me live, you dumbass." Like, again, I don't have a problem with Miles' ending being a thing. I have a problem with the writers being like, "Oh, both endings are equal." Like, shut up! Shut up! You fucking abandoned your own fucking themes. Like,
The
you don't get to say.
There is nothing in the game that says these endings are equal. By the way, it's only the writer's statement after the game came
Okay,
out.
yeah, then the writers are stupid and this entire game is a fucking fluke. Like, genuinely.
And now,
This game is infinite monkeys on infinite typewriters, and then they wrote Shakespeare. That's what fucking happened.
they wrote Shakespeare, and they wrote most of Shakespeare except for the final few pages.
Yeah,
And
it feels like they forgot to write an ending.
anyways,
God, I'm sorry, that genuinely infuriated me.
I
I cannot imagine how it must have felt to play this game for 100 hours, to be presented with this choice, and then imagine you just choose Mael. Imagine, dude, you would fucking hate this game.
I picked Warsaw, but I was a bitch about it. Like I looked up what happens in the endings, and then I picked him.
Like, yeah, no, I don't blame you because, like, if I were in the same situation, I'd be like, is there something that I'm missing here? Like, am I
Yeah.
am I missing important context that, like, oh no, her decision uh could could be a good thing and I'm not smart enough to see it? No. No, it's fucking not. It's just stupid.
Like there is a way to make this work, but like they could have done the same exact thing, same exact endings, and they could have made that work if they actually acknowledged the people of the canvas. If they said like, if Miles, part of Miles' arguments was that hey, there are living, breathing souls in this canvas that deserve to live. It bec- it changes from of move on or don't move on to a trolley problem. Now that's interesting,
Yeah,
but no.
that's actually interesting. No.
If
It
that a
it
son,
it
oh
all
sorry,
yeah, it only comes down to if Verso should live or not. And even then it's a hollow existence. Like,
exactly. If the Dasandres have zero haters in the world, I am dead. Why does the conflict with this family matter more than the lives of the ones in the canvas? We never, uh, those faceless people we see throughout the game, they're supposed to be representations of the Dasandres. Like you're supposed to learn about them from the vague things that they say, but the name Dasandre never comes up until Act 3. Why do they matter more than the lives of people in the canvas? Why is their agency never brought up? Was this intentionally meant to be part of the narrative that these are evil dumbasses? Or was it a mistake to forget that these characters have agency? I don't fucking know.
okay, well, the thing is, if it's meant to be part of the narrative, what purpose does it serve? Like, how does it serve what the game is trying to say? Like, no, this is just poorly written.
Expedition 33, at its core, is trying to be a story about grief, about how it consumes you and digs you into a pit that feels inescapable. The two choices are to climb out of the pit or to wallow forever, pretend to be happy in there. But the metaphor just doesn't land for me. Like, if it lands for you in the audience, good for you. It doesn't have. I can't get to feel the hope of climbing out of the pit because I climbed out of the pit of despair on the corpses of so many, like a genocide of an entire world was happened, so I could climb out of that pit of despair. Is that supposed to be part of the message? That you can hurt others in your grief? Because that doesn't land either, because we don't get to see anyone's perspective in the Warsaw ending. Like, we don't get, like, CL is just happily accepting. SKA and Monoko just hug him, and Warsaw says he's gonna miss them. Looney glares at him before dying, right? Like the rest of them. We don't get to see.
As
eh,
she should.
Yes,
Like,
uh, we don't get to see any acknowledgement that we just doomed a word for emotional catharsis. Like, and
but
you wouldn't.
Phantom, what is your most hated part? What could possibly be the worst part?
For those that come after, My favorite line, it's so poignant, it's so simple, but it has so much meaning. And it was for nothing. The expeditions, they were for nothing. There was no one coming after. Was Alicia the one who comes after? What does she get? A, a mother still recovering from trauma? A father that coddles and babies her? A sister that dismisses and belittles her? Like her sister was in that funeral. She put the flowers down and smiled a little, and then she just left. Exit stage left. She has no voice to speak, not anymore. No one is coming after. She doesn't even like say it after Gustav either. In Act 3, she gets an attack that references Gustav's old special move, but she doesn't say for those who come after. She says for Gustav, because that's the only part of this world she wishes to save. And the player doesn't get to feel for the rest of the world that she's supposedly saving. Like, another part of the player choice is that shouldn't the player feel attached to the characters in a way where like they're making the choice for the same reasons as the character? If a player chooses Mile, it's because they want to save the world of the canvas. But Mile doesn't care about the canvas. She
She
only cares
doesn't
about,
give a shit about the canvas. She only cares about her brother. What the
yeah.
fuck? I'm sorry for interrupting you, but like, I'm
No, no,
just.
no.
How the fuck did this win Game of the Year?
Exactly my point. Anyways, okay. Don't worry. I got you. I got you past me. Uh, in conclusion, Expedition 33 starts off so fucking good. Act 1, Act 2, they're all so fucking bangers. Act 3, they just drop the ball so hard. They forget about everyone's agency is lost. Uh, you can't save the world at all because, like, Renoir is gonna burn that canvas down as soon as Mal comes out of there. Even if he does, even if Mal doesn't, if she dies in there, the world's still getting destroyed by Renoir. Like he's breaking that canvas no matter what. He
God,
can't be convinced. Mile can't get over her grief without being forced into it. The journey didn't matter at all.
God, can French people just fucking be happy for once?
Anyways, play Silk Song. It has a three-act structure just like this game, but you actually get to save the world. This was
It's
the.
like I,
Yeah, sorry.
I, I, I have to be missing something so like crucial. Like but the with like something like I, I, I cannot fathom from what I've heard how this game swept the Game Awards. How everyone knew it was gonna sweep the Game Awards. How the fuck, dude? Did they play it?
A lot of my friends love it. They actually love the ending and the way it works, but
You need
uh,
to stop being friends with them.
no. I respect them. Like I uh even if this game is genuinely good, even if there's something about the ending that I'm missing, I feel like I got kicked in the dick for getting invested. And that's the worst thing a game can do for me. So yeah, thank you for sitting through my rambling. This is why I hate Expedition 33. Thank you.